Alright, so in the coming days I will focus on the foundation, make it nice and level. It's a bit of challenging because there are so many rocks in it, but I have this iron bar and a really nice shovel, so I think it will be good. Occasionally I can borrow the tractor a couple of hours, but it's not optimal because you cannot dig with it and there are these really big rocks, so most of the work I'll be doing will be manual. So I speed up the process a bit so you won't get too bored, and yeah, enjoy! So basically every hit with the shovel is a rock. As you can see, I have gathered quite a few. I'm not quite sure if this is deep enough, but it's how far I've come today. So when you hit a rock, it can be like 5 kilos, but it can also be like 200 kilos. Like these ones, they are pretty big. So this comes to my middle. I don't think you can see it. And tomorrow I will continue, remove here some more, and then should be good enough. So I will use these big rocks for the foundation of the logs, and then I finally can begin making the first 4 logs. So I'm really excited to do that. But first we have another day of digging. So let me tell a little bit about this foundation. In Finland there is a sand dune going from the west side to the east side, and I happen to choose my location at this hill which is on that line of sand dunes. So I'm basically building on sand, and that wouldn't be a good thing if it wasn't for the fact that this hasn't moved since the Ice Age, and even you can find these granite stones were not from here, but they pushed up by the Ice Age. So I'm on this hill, and the foundation is resting on like really compressed sand and rocks, and it's just perfect because the water will just go through the sand as a filter, and the cabin, it won't move because you're building directly on rocks. So that is a big advantage, and I'm really happy with that. It is a bit harder to make the foundation. It took me longer than expected, but the rocks will come in handy as well because I will use them. Once I have the frame built, the first 4 logs, then I will cover up the gaps with the rocks, so you create like this half still air, which is good for isolation, but then the wind can blow somewhat through the rocks, which is also good for ventilation. So with that in mind, I think it's going pretty well. So now we can begin with the logs. I have to mark the logs, saw them, bring them to the cabin, peel them, and then I can make them fit and get them into place. I am not completely sure how I will do it yet, but it's gonna happen obviously. So I will have to find a way, and I always like when I'm building to not have this fixed plan and just see how things go and how things develop. And in that way you can be flexible and adapt, and I think that's one of my greatest strengths. So I will rely on that, and it always worked for me so far. I'm excited. Alright, that was day 2 till day 6. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, put on notifications so you can get an update when I post a new video. And until next time.